Have you ever wondered how a spark in one part of the world can ignite a wildfire of protest in another? Welcome to the fascinating, if not always peaceful world of student activism. Today, we're delving into the recent wave of college protests that swept across America, a movement fueled by far-off events in the Gaza Strip. In the past few weeks, student-led encampments have sprung up like mushrooms on campuses from coast to coast. These demonstrations, largely organized by pro-Palestinian groups, are a response to the escalating violence and rising death toll in Gaza due to Israeli airstrikes. Universities like New York University, Yale, and Columbia have become hotbeds for protests, sparking a series of events that have been anything but ordinary. These demonstrations haven't been without controversy. They've led to arrests and suspensions, with accusations of disorderly behavior and conflicting narratives between the authorities and the protesters. Law enforcement interventions have become a common sight, adding a layer of tension to an already heated situation. But the ripples of these protests have extended beyond the campuses. They've found their way into the halls of power, sparking condemnation from lawmakers. In Texas, there have been calls for the expulsion of protesters, accusations of anti-Semitism, and a broader debate about the limits of free speech and the rights of students to express their political views. Caught in the crossfire are the campus communities themselves. Jewish and Muslim students have found themselves on opposite sides of the debate, expressing varying perspectives on the conflict. Yet despite these divisions, the demonstrations continue, with protesters aiming to draw attention to what they see as a genocide in Gaza. Meanwhile, at the University of California at Berkeley, a confrontation between Dean Erwin Chemerinsky and a Muslim law student protesting at his home has added fuel to the fire. This incident has sparked reactions from various parties, leading to calls for disciplinary actions against the Chemerinsky couple, and accusations of Islamophobia and suppression of free speech. The wave of protest has not been limited to these universities. Emory University in Atlanta has become the center of demonstrations calling for an end to police brutality and the release of arrestees. Professors and activists, including Emory's own Caroline Folan and Noel McAfee, have been detained during the protests. The Council on American Islamic Relations has condemned the use of force by law enforcement at Emory, and the ACLU of Texas has criticized the violent response to pro-Palestinian demonstrations at the University of Texas at Austin. In a matter of weeks, over 100 arrests have been made at Emerson College, and more than 100 at Georgetown University during pro-Palestinian protests. Charges against dozens of protesters at UT Austin have been dropped due to legal concerns, and 2 graduate students were arrested for trespassing at Princeton University during a protest. In summary, a wave of pro-Palestinian protests has swept across American college campuses, leading to arrests, suspensions, and widespread controversy. These protests have sparked a broader debate about free speech, student rights, and the role of universities in global politics. As the situation continues to unfold, one thing is clear: student activism remains a potent force in shaping our world.